the truth is, when you gather like this, your vibration changes. Your awareness of you changes. Your ability to be present changes. And from that place, we engage you. From the what is true now place is the place we engage you. This is the moment where we engage you. We start from here, right now. So those of you who have a token, who get to sit and ask a question, be sure that the question is influenced by the what is true now place, that it opens from the what is true now place. In order to have new results, you must use new parts of your brain. We call them neural pathways. New neural pathways must be used in order for you to have a new experience. The same answer isn't going to get you a solution, isn't going to offer transformation, doesn't present change. Thinking the same thought will not get you where you wish to go. All these are ways of saying, if you want it to be different, you have to let new in, even when you ask your question, even when you present yourself to be examined energetically by us. Open to the opportunity that this offers you to be witnessed not in the repetition of your previous thoughts, but in the experience of the newest version of you you have access to. Open to this moment telling you what it has for you. Open to this moment, giving you its gift. Lots and lots of different ways of saying the same thing, but it's important, so we repeat it. Letting you feel into something we've said for years now. You can't have change without change. It's a ludicrous statement, on both ways. It's ludicrous to have to say it out loud, and it's ludicrous that people wish to have change, but don't let things change. Let that just sink in a new way. We know many of you have heard it many times. We don't care. Let's just let it sink in together. That thing that you come to us with a question about, that thing that's in you that's bothering you, your big issue, your big trigger, whatever confuses you. How willing are you to let your life make room for a different experience of it? How genuinely willing are you to let your life open so you can have a new experience? Now, this is a question that, if you answer truthfully, the answer is not very. Because if you had already answered, yes, I'm super duper willing, it wouldn't be bugging you still. Right? So let's be honest, not very. And there's the crux of the matter. Let's see what we can do about changing the not very truth to a little bit more than when I walked in the front door. Step by step. What we're looking for together is an opportunity to change the place where you have that inquiry that says, what am I willing to let be different in order for change to take root in me, to take root in my life, to make a difference in my world? Sometimes it's letting yourself think a different way is what we've been focusing on a lot. We've been doing these morning messages with Veronica mostly every day. We have a little conversation with Veronica and she puts it on the internet. The major focus of that has been, what are you thinking about? What are you focusing on? What are you letting take up your day in your mind, in your contemplations, right? A lot of times you look at a problem and you don't make any room for any new thoughts. And if you're creating your reality, which we agree collectively you are, you're creating this, the next moment from this one. Or as we've said it, you're using the raw materials of this moment to create the next. What raw materials are you using? Are you using the past and the future? Are you using fears and anxieties? Are you using worries and frustrations? Yes, Elohim, I am is the answer to that question. Or you wouldn't be here. It's okay. Part of our role is to alert you to the things you're doing. You are doing this, and now you know you're doing it. Right? Now it's the light's on it. Got that spotlight shining right on it, saying, this is what I'm doing. You've all heard teachers say to you for decades now, be in the moment. We're sick of it. We're really, really, really fatigued with that term. Rather than say be in the moment, because it's just overused and nobody actually really knows what it means anyway. Not in any lasting way. Don't be fixated. Don't fixate on an outcome. Don't fixate on it has to be this way or I don't feel safe. That's one way to be in the moment. It's not to be fixated on an outcome. We have this tool called This Is My First Choice, meaning whatever's happening, this was my plan all along. This was my first choice. I really wanted it to be this way. I may not exactly know why, and I may not be 100% convinced of it, but if I look at the world and say, however it is the way I wanted it to be, because it is the way it is, it's good to put like an exclamation point after that. This changes the way you use your brain. Gotta change the way you use your brain. The other thing we've been talking a lot about is the idea that you are not here to become a super good Homo sapiens. Just keep at it and I'll be the best little Homo sapiens you ever saw. That's not the point. The point of being here on this planet at this time is to evolve into Homo spiritus, which, we call ascension. You might call enlightenment. We don't care what you call it. The truth of the matter is, use your brain a different way to have different experiences. To have a different experience being human. Not to be the best little human you can be, but to be a completely different type of human. To actually experience this world in a way that you've never experienced it before. We call it incorporating your soul's perspective. Meaning, the non-physical part of you, the infinite, immortal, non-physical part of you, wants to collaborate with you on this journey of being in the physical form. Homo sapiens mindset, Homo sapiens thought, and Homo sapiens neural pathways will never get you to Homo spiritus. You gotta think new thoughts. You gotta go a different direction. If you're always having the same thoughts about your big issue, be concerned. That's a red flag. Not worried, not upset. Just be aware. I'm always thinking the same thoughts about my big issue. How in the world do I expect to have anything else happen? Magic? Lightning bolt from the sky? Seriously. If we opened up that piano and we played a song, and we played it the exact same way every time, you wouldn't expect different music to come out of it, would you? Say no. No. Well done. But you'll think the same thoughts for 20, 30, 40 years and expect something new to come out of it. Let's see if we can change that, huh?